we're gonna set up the sound system here real quick. It's got a case with a front and a back, so you'll just take the front off, and you can see it's marked front, and you're gonna see a ton of different buttons. It looks probably a little bit scary, but we'll come back to this. We're gonna hook up the back side first. We can come back to the back here and pull out this bad boy. You might have to plug this in if somebody unplugged it, but this plugs in here, and then this is just going to sit up on top. This is going to be your microphone receiver, so we just want to have it so we can get a line of sight for whenever we're walking around. That should already be hooked up to line 1, so it's coming out of here and it's going into line 1. So your mic volume is going to be on line 1, and then our sound is coming from the other side. It's going to be on channel 11 and 12. The speaker cables are going to go in here. So I got one speaker on the one side. It'll just go to the right. And then we are going to hook up the other speaker. So in these bags here, we leave everything in the bag. So the tripods and the power cables and the SLR cords all go in here. So when you're putting these back, we want to make sure that the SLR cords, the power cable doesn't really matter as much. You can just roll that up, but we definitely don't want to be rolling it up like a power cord. So the SLR cords are going to go like as wide as you can and just kind of create a loop. Try not to bend it at all. So when we're putting it back in the bag, we're putting it back like this, and it'll go right back in the bag. But for now, we're pulling it out of the bag. So we will take this end here, it's going to go in the main out. So we already sent a main out to the right. We're going to send a main out to the left now. We're going to grab not this end here. We're going to grab the opposite end. This end goes in the speaker. So it's just going to go into the main out. And then we're going to run that cord over as far as we can. You usually want to try to go around something if you can, so that if somebody comes and kicks your cable over, they're tripping themselves. They're not tripping your entire setup. We'll run it as far over as we can. Find a little bit of flat ground. Set up our tripod. And then if you got system number 1, we got a pretty sweet tripod here. So you just pop that up. That pops right on. And then you get the magic one here today. It just goes up on its own. And then the other end of that SLR cord, this side here, goes in the back. You could put it in either one, but we usually just use this first one here. And then we'll need some power to the speaker too. So we're gonna run our power cable. Buddy. And then the power cable just goes in the one spot it can go in. The mic, it should already be on, and then if we had to mess with the volume, we usually just have this left alone. But if you needed to turn the volume up on the speaker, you can go here. And then we're gonna head back to the box. So we're pretty much all set up. We do need some sound. We need some music going into the box. So this device here will just connect to a laptop, and pretty much any laptop you just pop the USB into, it just automatically works beautifully. So we'll do our sound check here for the music. So if we just hit play on our music, this is the main channel. So this is the main sound, so everything will go up or down. And then we have the sound system, or the music going into channel 11, 12. So that'll make your music go louder or down. We want to make it down so we can hear the wonderful sound of our own voice. So we turn the receiver on, and then the microphone. We usually take the batteries out of here when we're done, just so that the batteries don't drain. But the microphone, basically just turn it on. If for some reason we were not on channel B2, we can change that here. So the mic's on B2, the receiver's on B2. Should always just stay that way. Then we can do our mic check. So the mic is there, and And then if you go down, you can hear we got no mic, so the mic's on channel 1. If we got a second mic, like a wired mic, we'll usually plug it into channel 2 just so we got a backup in case this guy doesn't work. But that is your microphone. This is your sound. That's your master volume. If you needed to play with the speakers, like the volunteers are over here and they don't want to hear they don't want to get blasted with the music, you can change your balance from left to right if you had to. And then if you need TK is right there. So if you have any questions, just ask TK. That is your sound system setup.